TOA, Hell, Floor 2. So let's talk about the overall strategy first, and then let's talk about a 1-star clear, and then let's talk about a 3-star clear. So the overall strategy is, I'm sure you guys have figured this out already, the enemies are very fast, so you want to be 250 speed with around roughly 250 speed with your units that are going to at least come in and CC the enemies to start off, right? Some units can be slower than that, but you at least want to have your faster units to CC or strip and CC if you're going for a 3-star to be around 250 speed with a max tower, which is a lot, especially if you're considering that some of those units need to be on violent. It's a tall order for most players. Most players are not going to be able to get that level of speed on your violent sets for trying to do 3-star, right? So that's just the first thing. The second thing is every wave has units in there, very fast units, that do some nasty stuff whenever you try to buff your team. Whenever you try to put immunity or speed buffs or defense buffs or attack power buffs or any kind of buffs on your team. You have the Elsharions and the Odins at first, both of them steel buffs. You have the Celia and the Daphnis in the second wave. The Celia will strip and sleep you, and the Daphnis will strip, defense break, and nuke you. And then you have the third wave is the Bulwarks, which stacks them whenever you get a turn, and then the Gianna, which will just turn all of your buffs into stuns, right? So buffers are bad. Anything that buffs your team is bad. 1-star clear is fairly easy, fairly straightforward. They don't have immunity on any of their units, so all you do is you can go in with, and you can attack gauge boost yourselves, and you can decrease attack gauge for them. You can go with the Spectre, you can go with the Tyrant. Easy clear with both of those units. Light Paladin is actually surprisingly good here. Is one of the things that a lot of people have realized, and I've been using the Light Paladin too. Very strong units there, but Tyrant is a god here. Spectre is a god here. If you're just going for 1-stars, those units are going to be so key for you. Lauren is pretty good here. Again, you don't have to bring Lauren. You can bring Lauren. I was using Malaka in there for the 1-star clear as well. Fairly similar to the stuff that I was using the first one for the 1-star clear. However, so that one's not that bad. You just bring attack gauge reduction, keep them controlled, don't bring any buffs, slow them down. Or, I mean, don't bring any buffs. You could bring like a couple buffs, don't go crazy with the buffs, don't let them get turns if they're gonna get. You can't really bring too many buffs if you're trying to do 3-star, right? So slow them, decrease their attack gauge, defense break them, control them. It's fairly easy for the 1-star clear. For the 3-star clear, the requirements are, the goals are that there's immunity on everything to begin with, right? Everything has immunity. So not only do you have to CC them, control them, but you have to strip them first. So you have to bring a stripper to strip all the immunity and then control them after that. For your stripper, you can't bring anything that does attack gauge. I mean, you can, but it's not going to do anything, right? It's not going to do attack gauge increase or attack gauge decrease. If you bring, like, for example, a Chiwu or a Tiana, they're going to strip, and that's about it. Because if you're 3-starring, the 3-star requirements are no attack gauge boost, no attack gauge decrease. So, very much nerfed there. So, strips that do some kind of other CC are actually very strong. Here are some really nice units here. Clara is really nice. She does a strip and a stun. A lot of people have Clara built. Figaro is another good one. He was a Hall of Heroes. That's one of the ones that I was using. He strips, and then with the skill, especially if you can get him fast enough on Despair, he's got stuns on skill 2. He's got slows on skill 2. He's got glancing hits on skill 2 as well. It's the same. It's surprise box. It's the same as Lucian. It's random between stuns, slows, and glancing hits. All of those are going to be really strong. No matter what you get, those are going to be really strong debuffs for skill 2. Also, Figaro has a skill 1 that heal blocks, which is not bad, and he's a Hall of Heroes unit that we got for I don't remember when. Was he just one Hall of Heroes, or did he come back at some point for like an anniversary Hall of Heroes? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Dark Homunculus is another really good one. Dark Homunculus is kind of a budget Gianna, right? Dark Homunculus is kind of a budget Gianna, strips and stuns. Clara's a budget. Gianna strips and stuns. You just want something that strips and stuns, basically. That's the whole key. Figaro strips and stuns too. I was using him on Despair. Despair is really strong for him. You can use like Violence and stuff, but I just feel like Despair, with that strip, he's already got the potential to stun with skill 2. It's just so much better to have him reliably stun. Bearing is not bad either. Bearing has a skill 3 that strips 1 debuff and puts a silence on, which is not bad, right? So that's nice. And then he also has continuous damage with the skill 2. The more he lands, the more it decreases the cooldown. Volantis, not everyone has almost nobody has Volantis. Gianna, same situation. If you have Volantis, Volantis is a great unit for there. If you have Gianna's a great unit for there. You basically have an easy clear doing that, right? So you have lots of CC, slows for enemies, no, not attack H pushback. So for 3-star clear, Tyrant's not going to be that great. Spectre's not going to be that great because you don't get that attack H pushback there. You still get the slows there. You still get the slows and the freezes, but you miss out on the attack H pushback. So those units can be used, but I feel that the Light Succubus is actually a little bit better there because Light Succubus has glancing hits. So if the enemies do hit you, right, and they have the glancing hits, Light Succubus has the slow, sleep, glancing hit, and then she's got a heal block and she's got a sleep skill 1, which turn cycles her to get more access to her skill 3, which is really nice. Light Succubus is a great unit. She was another Hall of Heroes. I was trying to use things that are Hall of Heroes instead of using Nat5's, right? That was the game plan there. But those are really solid units. What else was I using? I was using the Light Paladin as well. But basically just strips, CCs. You can still slow them, right? You can speed buff your team, which is great. You can slow them down, which is even better than speed buffing your team, because if you speed buff your team, then they still, like if you speed buff your team, those second waves of Celia's will actually keep sleeping your team, right? Every time their attack age fills up, they'll switch those speed buffs into sleeps, right? So, and if the Daphnis get a turn, Daphnis defense breaks and kills you. You know, if anything on their team gets a turn, and you have like a speed up buff, they're gonna destroy you, right? They're gonna either steal it, they're gonna stack bulwarks, they're gonna Celia turns it to sleep. Any buffs you have on your team are going to be very dangerous. So for 1 star, first time I tried it on 1 star, able to easily complete it. Tyrant Spectra makes it very easy as long as you don't let them get any turns. Tyrant Spectra and then some CC, of course, any of the great CC units. Varad, Rika, Ganymede, all going to be... Well, Ganymede, I mean, a lot of them have passives. That's kind of the thing. So Ganymede's still going to be strong, but he's not going to be as strong. He's going to be good at decreasing attack gauge. So the 1 star is pretty easy as long as you're fast enough and you can keep them from getting turns. Again, slows for them, and decreasing attack age is going to be super huge. For those comps, slows and decreased attack age is going to be super huge. The thing is, getting that 3-star clear, you got to strip. They have immunity and you have no decreased attack age. So you got to really make sure that they don't get turns. You got to make sure they're always CC'd, always either slept, stunned, glancing hit is also pretty nice. Glancing hit, especially for, like, for example, for Gianna, she's not going to cycle as many turns with her skill 1 if she's, for example, provoked or silenced, and she has a glancing hit, she's not going to keep cycling her attack gauge, right? Because every time she crits, she cycles attack gauge. And if you're using Jean, she's going to crit on Jean, right? So glancing hit is pretty nice. Just in general, glancing hit is nice for that stage. Weird to say because usually I'm like, glancing hit, who cares about glancing hit? Glancing hit, AoE glancing is nice. AoE glancing hit, AoE slow, stuns, silence, provokes, sleeps, all very strong. I would recommend bringing 2 very fast strippers. I was using, because you have to make sure you consistently CC all of the waves, and they all have immunity. So you have to strip all the immunity on them 3 times consistently. Clara's not consistent enough to keep doing that, right? So if you have something like Gianna, or if you have something like Volantis, one of those premium ones that's gonna, like, consistently do it, you don't have to worry quite as much. But if you don't have, most people don't have units like those. Again, Clara, Figaro, Dark Homunculus, Bearing are very nice. And I would recommend bringing 2 of those and then being very, very fast because otherwise you're going to get outsped. As soon as you get outsped, you lose, right? So, yeah, I mean, if those Daphnis outspeed you on second wave, they're just killing your units. They're just going to kill your units regardless. Also, I brought the Wind Dice Magician just in case something happens. And he does pretty good. He's got slows on skill 2. He's got stuns on skill 2. He turns cycles. He also does some glancing hits. He also does some defense breaks. And also, if something happens, he's kind of an insurance policy that he'll bring something back from the dead. You don't need to bring him. It's just kind of an insurance policy kind of thing, right? So 2 strippers that CC in some way, I would recommend. And then a lot of CC, a lot of slows, no attack gauge pushback. Silences, provokes, glancing hits are going to be nice. I really wanted to fully 3-star clear it with no summonable Nat5's because I brought the Light Joker and the Light Succubus, which were both Hall of Heroes units. I was like, okay, well, at least let's do some Hall of Heroes units because we need something. I was like, well, we could use this. It's a Nat5. This, it's a Nat5. This, it's a Nat5. I'm like, let's do these. These are at least Hall of Heroes units that people have gotten. If you're a new player and you don't have those Hall of Heroes units, you can bring other things. You can bring like the Dark Homunculus. If you were here for the Bearing Hall of Heroes, you can bring that. But if you're a new player, here's the thing. You won't be able to complete it because you don't have the tower upgrades, you don't have the runes. That's just I'm just trying to be very honest with you guys. It's not for new players, it's not for early mid-game players, it's like late mid-game at the earliest. It is not content that most people are going to be able to clear. I'm just being, like, at 3 stars anyway. At 1 star, it's fine. At 1 star mid-game, you should be fine. 3 stars mid-game, my prayers go out to you. Try not to, you know what? Put pillows on your walls. This way, when you throw your tablet or your phone at the wall, it bounces the pillow and it bounces off, and you don't break all of your phones and tablets by trying to do it. But anyway, those are my tips for you guys. I did a few times with trying to do like 3 stars, and we always get so close to the end, and then I'm like, we missed the CCs. They resist and they resist. And I'm like, we can clearly beat this if they just don't resist. And I'm like, I don't have an extra several hours to just hang out here and wait for RNG to not screw me. Then I'm like, I just got to get the video out. I wanted to show you a 3-star win in the thumbnail, but I wanted to at least get the video out instead of being like, okay, I'll just wait because I can't do it anymore today. I can't try anymore today. I'll just wait till tomorrow. I'm like, I just want to get a video out for you guys, right? So anyway, my apologies for not getting the most premium best video, but you get the idea, you get the strategy required to do this stage. I hope I conveyed it in a decent enough manner. Good luck. If you're early to early mid-game, don't even stress out about it. There's really not any reason you need to do 3 stars, and you're just going to hate your life. Go farm Giants V12. And you should be fine. And smile and be like, I don't have to do this stuff that crazy. Those crazy late game players are doing, right? Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys got something out of it. I'll see you as always in the next one.